XYZ, WXYZ. Okay. So we could do the net ABC, which you're probably going to guess what the category is. Or I could pull a fast one on you and go with category 3. And by the time we do this the next week, you'll forget about the categories. Which way should we go? Should I go the simple one? That would be the simple one here, Helen, to go that way. Or we go with a different category altogether. Disney Access 3. All right. 3 it is. We'll do Heroes another time, Helen. Now this next one won't be hard. I promise. So we're going to do ABC Disney style. The category is snacks around Disney, inside the parks, outside the parks, Disney Springs, anywhere inside the bubble. Letter A. Who has a letter A snack? Apples, says Tina. Apples is what I had, Tina, for my answer. Shannon also with an apple. Thanks for the 11,000 likes, guys. I appreciate that. That's amazing. That's a lot of clicking by some of you. A for apple is what I was going to say. Perfect, Helen. That's your answer. Yeah, Blake, I hope I'm back. At least, hopefully I can stay back here for the rest of the time. Otherwise, we are on TikTok if you want to hop over there. Blake, if you just popped in, we are doing ABC Disney snacks. So we just did the letter A, and apple was the answer that I think pretty much everybody gave. So let's go on to letter B. B as in boy. What is your Disney snack that starts with the letter B? Beignets, Bear Claw. Anybody else with the letter B snack at Disney? All right, let's move on then. Letter C, Disney snack. Starts with the letter C. Bread pudding, says Shannon. That's a good one. Helen drops in churro right away. Tina with churro. Pals with churro. Shannon said Charles. I don't think Charles is a snack. Cuties, said Helen. I like that one. Chocolate peanut butter cupcake, says Shannon. Man, does that sound tasty. I like that one. I had cinnamon roll on my list. So let's go on to letter D. Who's got a D snack? Campfire cupcake, Helen. I like that one. That sounds good too. Letter D snack. I'm going to guess we see a lot of the same one here. Dole Whip, says Shannon. Helen, come on now. We were having so much fun. Dill pickle is not a good answer. Blake, yes, says Dole Whip. Helen, you've been relegated to last place. Dragon roll, says Shannon. Donuts, says Sherry. I like that one. Those big giant donuts, I think they're at Joffrey's. Amazing. Love them. Any food that's about the same size as my head, love it. No, Helen, you did not have to. You made a bad decision. So let's see what I had Dole Whip for mine. Let's go to the letter E. E snack at Disney. Earl of Sandwich, egg roll, egg roll. If you've joined on YouTube, we're doing ABCs of Disney. We are doing snacks inside the Disney World bubble. We're on the letter E. I had Egg rolls for my letter E. Let's go on to letter F. Ear of corn. I like that, Helena. That's a really good one. At Animal Kingdom, the roasted corn. Yum, 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 yum. Letter E, or F, I'm sorry. French fries. French Boma. Helen says French fries. Frankfurter says pals. I like that. That works. I'll give you that. Funnel cake. Ooh, Shannon. You're talking my language now. I like that one. I had French fries on mine. But funnel cake. Whew. Gotta go find somebody that serves those up here in Omaha. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the letter G. Anybody have a G snack? I will just say snack can also mean beverage. Does not have to only be food. Ghirardelli chocolate says Tina. That is spot on. Love that. Grey Goose Citron Slush says Shannon. Green milk says Blake. Blake, that was my answer. I had green milk on my letter G. Good one. We all said beignets. Nobody said blue milk. Hey, Renee, welcome in. How are you? We're playing ABCs of Disney. We're doing snacks inside the Disney bubble, and we are just doing the letter G. We're getting ready to move on here in a second. So let's do it. Letter H. Do you have a Disney snack that starts with the letter H? Pal says the gray stuff. Don't know what it is, though. Hawaiian sweetbread. Kona says Tina. Oh, Shannon did drop gelato for G. Oh, cool, Renee. I'm glad you joined while you're on your way to your job. That's awesome. Yes, Helen, I'm steaming mad about your pickle comments. The dishes say it's delicious. Very good, Tina. I like that. I believe that at least, well, what I had down for my H was hummus, which when you said gray stuff, that's what I thought of. Ronnie, I only hold grudges when it comes to the pickle thing. Everything else, I'm pretty easy peasy going. All right, let's move on. Who has a snack that starts with the letter I? Ice cream, says Tina. You scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream. Iced coffee, says Blake. That's a good one. Shannon just says ice, which we had plenty of that, or ice water, yes. Last September when we were there baking, we had lots of ice water. I had ice cream. Iced coffee is a good one. Iced tea would have been another one. Ice water is a good one. That's right, Tina. It holds power if you scream, but not as good as laughter. Let's go to the letter J. Anybody with a J snack? Jungle Juice Boma. Jumbo Pretzel, says Pals. I like that. Juice Box, says Helen. Those work. Jelly Bean, says Shannon. I had Jungle Juice as well on my list, Tina. So we were connected there. Let's go to the letter K. Disney World bubble snack that starts with the letter K. Kakigora in Japan Pavilion, says both Shannon and Tina. Anybody else with a K? My K was Kringla in Norway. Let's go to L. Anybody with an L snack inside the Disney bubble. Lemonade slush, says Tina. Lemonade slush, says Shannon. Lollipop, says Pals. I like that one. Helen needs to get back to Epcot. Blake, you got one? An L? Or Renee? I know, Renee, you're on your way to your job. Yeah, Helen, it's time for you to get back to Epcot if it's been 8 years now. Lollipop, says Shannon. Blake's got nothing. I had lemonade for my L. So let's go to M. What's your M snack? Disney World Bubble M as in Mike snack. Mealy bread, Boma, mango berry, tapioca pudding, marshmallow. Mickey Pretzel, says Blake. Blake, that's what I had my list, was Mickey Pretzel. Can almost taste it right now. And I know Mickey ice cream would work. I know some people don't like the cheese that you get with the pretzels. I'm totally down for that cheese. Mickey ice cream, if Mickey counts, says Helen. Yes, it counts, absolutely. If we're talking Disney, Mickey always counts. Let's go to N. N is in Nancy. What is your N snack? Napoleon ice cream, says Tina. Ice cream bars, Napoleon ice cream bars. Nutella waffle, says Blake. That's a good one. Napoleon ice cream. Oh, Helen with macaroons. That's a good one for M. I think I'll be surprised if I'm the only one that has this answer. Renee with Mickey bars are the best. You had Aristocat macaroons at Riviera. That's cool, Helen. So the N that I wrote down was Night Blossom. I think we talked about that just like a week or two ago, it seems like. Hey, Briggsy, how are you, buddy? For those of you that are on TikTok, I'm on YouTube right now, and my wife just chimed in and said, Briggs, who's my grandson, says hi. So Briggs is watching. I don't know if he's interested tonight or not. Sometimes he will sit and stare at me on the screen. Sometimes he will not have any interest in what I'm up to. Night Blossom Disney, I think, is a drink. I've never had it, but I'm pretty certain it's a drink, and I'm sure somebody on here knows for sure what it is. Oh, he's watching Mickey Mouse. Well, that's more important than watching his grandpa. That's for sure. That is for sure. Thank you, Ronnie. Okay, let's keep going here. Let's go to O. Anybody with an O snack in Disney? Oreo bonbons. I like that, Tina. Oreo bonbons. Good one. We are going to go. I have Olaf frozen lemonade bars. Pretty tasty. Let's jump to P. Snack that starts with the letter P inside the Disney bubble. Tina. Helen has company. Poutine. I'll take that one, pals. Disney says popcorn. Dina's back. Yay. Popcorn, says Blake. Dina, we're doing snacks inside the Disney bubble on the letter P. Popcorn, says Dina. Good answer. I had popcorn. Let's go to Q. Plaza Ice Cream Sundae. Ooh, Shannon, I like that. Potato barrels. That's a good one. Sherry. Popcorn. Tina. That word is, I need to have that word blocked, I think. I got to figure out how to do that. I think I can do that, can't I? Okay, let's go to Q. Anybody with a Q, kind of snack, food, quick serve, says Shannon. This isn't necessarily a snack, but in France, you can get quiche. least it starts with a Q anyway. So, Tina, is that supposed to be quesadilla? Or is it? Yeah, there you go. It came across as quesafila. I'm like, I don't think that's the right thing. Quesadillas, yes. Okay. Let's go to R. Snack that starts with an R. Snack or food that starts with an R. Ronto wrap, says Shannon. Roasted marshmallow. Rice mochi. I had Ronto wrap on my list. Let's go to S. What do you have for S? Rice Krispies, says Shannon. That's a really good one. S'mores, says Helen. Like that. Spaghetti, says Shannon. S'mores, says Tina. School bread, says Dina. Spring roll, says Sherry. It's a very good one. Strawberry margarita, says, I think Shannon was slurring that answer, strawberry margarita. Now she got strawberry daiquiris. She may be staggering while she's slurring and dropping all these strawberry drinks on us. Shannon, you know I'm teasing. I had Stitch Juice, says Helen. I had Snow Cone on my list for S. Let's go to T. T for Tom. T for Taco Tuesday. Turkey leg, says Tina. School red. Turkey leg, says Pal. Turkey leg, says Disneyac. You guys are all on the turkey leg bandwagon. Tonga toast, says Dina. I like that. That's a good one. Turkey leg is what I was going to say, says Helen. I have a T that nobody has said yet. I'm kind of surprised. Tiramisu, says Shannon. Tachos, says Blake. That's what I had on my list. I was waiting for somebody to say tachos. Very good. Tachos it is. Okay, how about a U? A snack that starts with a U. Upside down cake, says Tina. What's a tacho? Pal says, what's tacho? I think it's like, you guys keep me honest here, but I think it's kind of like nachos, but with tater tots. Yes, Helen, perfect. Nachos with tater tots. I think they call them potato barrels, not tater tots, but they are tater tots, basically, with nacho toppings on it. Sounds really good. Anybody with a U? Anybody else, I should say? Blake, yes, they are delicious. All right, let's go to V. Yeah, I can't say tater tots. That's right. They're potato barrels. Upside down cake, said Tina. That's right. You had a U. Let's go to V. Snack or food that starts with the letter V. Vanilla ice cream, says Tina. That's a good one. Violet sake. Not violent, but violet sake, said Helen. I had veggie roll on my list for V. Very Merry Christmas cookie, says Pals. I like that. Look, I'll take it. I think that works. Yeah, the sake's good, Helen. Let's go to W. Anybody with a W? Food, snack, drink. Water, says Tina. Waffles, says Helen. Waffle, says Pals. Shannon says waffle. Looks like the waffles are winning. I had water on my list, but now I want a waffle. Helen says Mickey waffles and Stitch waffles for the win. Wookie cookie, Dina, I love that answer. Helen, I'm going to do you one better. Crystal Palace, the Mickey churro waffles. Whew. You need to see a dentist after you're done eating all that sweetness. I like that Wookie cookie. It's a good one. Churro waffles, yep, pals. Yum, yes, yes, yes. Okay, WX. Anybody have an X snack? X marks the spot, says Shannon. I'm going to cheat with my answer. It's kind of like that. For my ex, I will be ordering an extra large lollipop. How about that one? It's the best I could do. Anybody with a Y snack? Snack that starts with the letter Y. Thanks, Shannon and pals. Yucca fries, yogurt parfait. And Tina, I'm sure that was yucca fries, not yucca fires. Ronnie, thank you. I appreciate you putting that out there. And I should say that for our friends on TikTok, on the Park Life podcast channel on YouTube. The latest podcast dropped yesterday morning. It was my review on Scooterbug. We just talked about Scooterbug earlier on stroller rentals. Well, we rented a scooter from them, so I gave a review. That dropped yesterday morning. I drop podcast every Monday morning at about 5 a.m. Eastern time on the Park Life podcast YouTube channel and also on the Park Life podcast Spotify channel. So love for you to give us a listen there. Next week's episode, I'll tell you now, is about it being party season and getting ready for party season, Halloween and Christmas. Okay. Yak and Yeti says Shannon for Y. I had yogurt on my list for Y. Zucchini bread says Shannon, she already jumped to Z, that a girl. So let's go finish it up with a Z. I'll thank you, Helen, for listening, and I appreciate that. Zebra Dome says Tina. Zebra Dome says Zebra Dome from Blake per his daughter. There you go. Got to give credit where credit is due. Dina also says Zebra Domes. Love it. I don't know what a Zebra Dome is. I'll have to try it now. Unless it tastes like pickles, then I'm not trying it. All right. We've done 2 of my 4 ABCs, so I'm going to save the other 2 for next week. You already know what one of them is. And I'm not going to say it, so if you don't know, then it'll be a surprise next week. Helen says, I like the ABC games. Thanks, Helen. I appreciate that. So the Zebra Domes are good, and you have to be over the age of 21 to eat them, says Tina. I don't know if I'm old enough. Just kidding. Yeah, Renee, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. I'm going to send you another note. I know I sent you a note this afternoon, but I'll touch base with you again. And definitely not a zebra cake then. Must be just a zebra cake, an after-hour zebra cake, Shannon. It's still early there, Renee. What time is it there? Is it like 5? 10 after 5? I think are you 2 hours or 3 hours behind? For me, it's 8:08 p.m. right now. So you're just 2 hours behind me. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So next week, I'll answer any questions that you guys send in. I have the Discord channel. Ronnie put the link out there on the YouTube site. Come join us on Discord. We have a page there for people to send in their questions. I love having the questions sent in. It gives me an idea of how many I need to cover in the live. I'll cover any new news, rumors, any new promotions that come out. And then we always end with some fun stuff like this. Thank you, Blake. Blake said, great show, Mike. Love how you make it so fun. I appreciate that. And I like doing this part here where it's interactive. I mean, those of you that know me know this. I could talk to a pole for an hour and not stop. So I could easily just yammer away, but I like the interactive part of it. So doing the ABCs or doing trivia, any of those things, I really enjoy doing that. So next week we'll have 2 more ABCs categories to do that are Disney style. So we'll do that next week. Next week, the 22nd. So by next Tuesday, the 22nd, we will have already had our first couple nighttime parades at Magic Kingdom that have happened. So I'm sure we'll see plenty of feedback from that. We will have, by the time we get together on 22nd, Christmas party tickets will be open to everybody, resort guests and those staying off property. So, Ronnie, come on now. Be nice. Yes, and Test Track opens up on the 22nd for the general public. So we'll have lots to talk about there. I'm sure by the time we get together at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, we will have all probably seen feedback from folks that have ridden Test Track, that have seen the new nighttime parade. By then I'll have a sense of how many Halloween party dates are now sold out. A week from now, we'll know all of the prices for all of the Christmas parties and Jollywood party dates. So we can talk about those, and then we'll do our ABCs. With that, I think we will wrap it up for the night. I really appreciate those that have joined, whether you're with me on YouTube and you stuck with me. Connection was better tonight. We lost it once, but we stayed in for, almost an hour and a half, and now we've been on for almost 30 minutes. And for everybody on TikTok, I appreciate you joining over there. Again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Mike. I'm a travel agent, and I love Disney and do Disney trips. And that's what I specialize in. Any and all thing Disney. And I really enjoy the interaction with you guys. So I appreciate you joining. We do this every Tuesday night. I have a podcast that drops on Park Life Podcast, YouTube, and Spotify on Monday mornings. And that's what this is all about. Having fun and enjoying interaction with everybody. I hope you all have a great night. Have an even better tomorrow. And remember, when you wake up tomorrow, it will be a great day to be alive. That's it, everybody. Take care. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.